That was Lost Love. Welcome to the Rise Weekly Review for July 11th through July 18th, 2022. On Monday the 11th, two men were killed in a South Shore shooting. Around 1:40 p.m., 29-year-old David Clay and 39-year-old Charles Brown were in an alley on the 2200 block of East 70th Street. Someone began opening fire on the two. Clay was struck in the chest and Brown was hit in the arm and chest. Both were taken to the University of Chicago Hospital. Clay passed away upon arriving at the hospital. Brown was in critical condition on Monday, but passed away at the hospital on Tuesday. Anyone with information on this or other Chicago crimes can call 311 or leave an anonymous tip at cpdtip.com. On Tuesday, 7-year-old Jeremiah Moore was shot to death while sleeping in his family's van in East Chicago. Around 1:15 a.m., the family was driving home after visiting their grandmother and stopping at the Mobile on Pulaski and Cesar Chavez Memorial Drive. As the family drove home and passed near the corner of Main and Guthrie, a red Dodge Charger with tinted windows cut them off. Someone in the Charger began opening fire at the van. Moore, along with his parents and three other children, were in the van. Moore was struck by gunfire and taken to St. Catherine's Hospital, where he passed away from a gunshot wound to the back of the head. Moore
Stopped at the gas station out here, and somebody in the red car, red Charger, tinted windows, pulled up on them. They shot my nephew in the back of the head. He was sleeping in the car in his car seat, and he was shot in the back of the head for no reason.
This is remembered as a wonderful kid who loved school, football, and playing video games like Fortnite and on the PlayStation 5 with his father. He was a member of the Communities United, where he attended a downtown protest for kids against gun violence. Moore's mother was reportedly a concealed carry holder and had a firearm inside the van. Anyone with information on this or other East Chicago crimes can call 219-660-0000 or leave an anonymous tip at 219-391-8500. On Thursday, 18-year-old Jania Hollinside was murdered in South Holland. Hollinside, who was from Hazelcrest, was on the 100 block of Sibley around 6:48 p.m. when she was struck by a gunshot. The bullet passed through her left arm and into her chest. She was taken to an area hospital where she was pronounced dead. Anyone with information on this or other South Holland crimes can call police at 708-331-3131 or text SHPD plus your tip to 847-411. A man was killed in South Holland by an off-duty officer after opening fire at a family reunion on Saturday. According to reports, over 50 people attended a family reunion at McCash Park, located near 166th and Dobson. According to reports, a domestic dispute occurred between an unidentified man and his current and former girlfriend. The man and his current girlfriend had left the event but later returned. Upon returning, the man began opening fire when an off-duty Palos Hill police officer fired at the man, striking him. The man was taken to an area hospital where he passed away from his injuries. No one else was injured from the shooting. The shooting is currently under investigation. Anyone with information is asked to contact South Holland detectives at 708-331-3131, extension 2. On Tuesday, 19-year-old Giovanni Castanan was shot after exchanging gunfire with a man on the east side. According to reports, a 49-year-old was sitting in a parking lot with his 11-year-old daughter at the McDonald's located on the 4000 block of East 106th Street. Around 5:12 p.m., an unknown vehicle pulled up and Castanan, wearing a mask, exited the vehicle and began yelling at them. He pulled out a gun and began firing shots at the vehicle. The unidentified man, who was a concealed carry holder, pulled out his own firearm and fired shots at Castanan. Castanan ran away but was later found by police in a nearby residential garage with a gunshot wound to his hand, arm, and foot. Castanan was transported to the University of Chicago Hospital, where he was treated for his injuries. He was last reported in good condition. Neither the 49-year-old nor his daughter received any injuries. The incident was caught on video, but the gun Castanan used in the shooting was never found. Castanan, who is the father of a 3-year-old and who is said to work in demolitions, was charged with aggravated assault by discharging a firearm and aggravated discharge of a firearm into an occupied vehicle. Castanan is being held on $300,000 bail with electronic monitoring. Posting 10% of bail or $30,000 will allow Castanan to leave prison but be subject to house arrest. A 40-year-old woman was shot during the struggle in Slag Valley home. Early Friday, the woman got into what police believe was a domestic dispute with a man in a home on the 9900 block of South Commercial. Police arrived around 12:15 a.m. and found the woman with a gunshot wound to the hand after struggling with the man. The man had fled the scene before police arrived. The woman was taken to Trinity Hospital with a gunshot wound to the hand. On Friday, a 26-year-old man was wounded in a Jeffrey Manor shooting. Around 5:56 p.m., the man was standing on the street on the 10100 block of South Calhoun when a dark-colored vehicle pulled up. A person jumped out of the vehicle and opened fire on the man, striking him in the arm. He was taken to the University of Chicago Hospital and last reported in good condition. During the week, video made the media and social networks of a car being stolen from Raul's body shop on the east side. The video showed an unplated sports utility vehicle with an attached wheel lift hooking a vehicle parked in front of the auto repair shop located on 105th and Avenue N. The driver then takes off in less than 20 seconds with the vehicle. The car, which belonged to a customer, was taken Sunday morning, but police were not called until Monday when they noticed the vehicle missing. During an interview with CBS News, another customer named Ralph Carrasco talked about his car being stolen the same way. They believe the cars are taken to area chop shops where parts are stripped and recycled.
Those trucks for repos, but there was no repo here.
That was a customer.
It was a customer's car, yes. They're going to put it in the chop shops. They do those cars. I mean, they do recycling the cars for parts, converters, all that stuff.
They picked it up and took off, and I haven't seen it since. When we catch them, it's going to be over for them, right, son?
Throughout the week, different news stories brought attention to residents who lost relatives to gun violence and their continued struggles to seek justice. On Friday, news outlets interviewed two mothers who lost children to area violence. The mother of 5-month-old Cecilia Thomas, who was shot and killed in June, was interviewed by CBS News.
You had that gun, and the driver know too. Yank that person by the collar. Turn yourself in.
Cecilia was in the back of her family's car on the 7700 block of South Shore Drive when someone opened fire on the car, striking the baby in the head. Police still have not found her killers, despite city cameras capturing the shooters in a burgundy Chrysler 300. CBS News reporter Jermont Terry interviewed Pastor Donovan Price of Street Pastors Chicago and the group Solutions and Resources, who says he is helping the mother. Donovan urged the community to rally, protest, and make noise about the incident.
All know that it still hurts, and she's just trying to put her life back, going back to work.
Yeah, that's the mom trying.
If the community got upset, there'd be no place to run, no place to hide.
Despite the media claims of a lack of outrage, organizations such as ULAN have rallied to support the mother.
I don't want to imagine what it's like to lose my child, or any of my children for that matter. And it's something that when we watch it on TV, we're experiencing that same trauma because we have to keep imagining over and over and over and over and over and over again, whether it's 5 months, 1 year, 10, 12, 21, 45, it don't matter. That's somebody's child.
RISE and other groups have also attempted to bring more attention to the case. But another story by the Chicago Sun-Times shows the extent of the problems. According to the Sun-Times, while violent crime continues to soar, arrests have hit record lows. The Sun-Times spoke with the Jeffrey Manor mother, LaTanya Gordon, who lost 2 children to violence. In April 2020, her oldest son, Tyler "Ty Ty" Malden, was shot in a drive-by on the 100,000 block of Torrance. Malden was struck in the arm and the head. According to Gordon, rumors circulated in the area of a man bragging about the shooting on social media. Her 15-year-old son, Terrence Malden, who was called Munchie, spoke out about the man. Yet months later, no arrests were made, and on July 10th, Terrence was shot in a drive-by shooting in an alley on the 9800 block of Hoxie. Gordon believes her son Terrence was targeted by the same person who claimed responsibility for Tyler's death. The man had reportedly been harassing the family and stealing a memorial poster from her front yard and posting a photo on Instagram showing him aiming a handgun at it. According to the Sun-Times report, the arrest rate in South Chicago District fell by 64% between 2019 and 2021, which was the largest decrease in any district during that period. The Sun-Times offers many possible explanations, including less cooperation because of lack of trust, officers refusing to make arrests because of increased scrutiny, a flood of retirements and hiring slowdowns, and lack of detectives, among others. However, debates on what is causing the lack of arrests have not eased the suffering of family members who lost loved ones, and many are taking it to themselves to try to find information. On Saturday, family and friends of Christopher Pineda, who was found murdered 15 years ago, took to the streets on the east side, passing out flyers and asking anyone with information on his murder to come forward. Pineda, who was a student at Whitney Young, was last seen alive in 2007 on the east side after dropping off his girlfriend. He was supposed to take the bus home on 108th and Ewing, but he never arrived home, and was later found by investigators a week later, beaten to death in the Cal-Sag Channel in Blue Island. Monday would have been Piñera's birthday. The family of Piñera, like that of Thomas and the Malden brothers, are doing what they can and hoping to find justice for their loved ones.
They took my grandma's son, brother, uncle, friend. They took a lot from them.
Still an open investigation, still looking for what happened, why did it happen, what happened.
Anyone with information on any of these cases is asked to contact Chicago Police. Tips can also be left by visiting cookcountycrimestoppers.org. In other news, over the weekend, the Mas Flow concert was held at Calumet Park on the east side. The 3-day reggaeton concert featured 40 artists along with vendors and event areas for attendees. Concert headliners included Don Omar and Zion and Lennox, among others. Free tickets were given out throughout the week for local area residents through a partnership with the 10th Ward Alderwoman Susan Sadlowski Garza's office and grassroots events. The southern part of the park from 100 to 99th from Avenue G to the beach were sectioned off for the concert. Despite concerns about violence at the concert, there were no reported shooting incidents at the event. There were several reported shootings in the East Side neighborhood near the event, but it is unclear whether any were linked to concertgoers or the event. During the week, organizers in Hammond held the annual Festival of the Lakes. The festival, which began on Wednesday, was held at Wolf Lake and included a variety of diverse performances by groups such as Leonard Skinner, Rick Ross with the Locks, Counting Crows, and Los Originales de San Juan. A polka party and hot rod and bike show was held on Sunday at the festival. There were no reports of shootings near the festival. On Sunday, the Commercial Avenue Special Services Area, in partnership with Bridges Puentes, hosted its monthly Thrift and Thrive event. The event, held in an empty lot on 91st and Commercial, allowed vendors to sell a variety of products. This included homemade, secondhand items, art, and food. And that ends our weekly review for July 11th to July 18, 2022. Thank you for joining us for this week in review. Peace.